In 1976, Niki Lauda crashed at over 200 kilometers per hour during the 1976 German Grand Prix at the terrifying Nürburgring Nordschleife. His car burst into flames, and he was trapped inside the fire for almost a full minute. Doctors believed he wouldn't survive the night. The race took place at the legendary Nürburgring Nordschleife, a terrifying 22-kilometer circuit nicknamed the Green Hell. It had over 150 corners, uneven surfaces, and very limited safety barriers. Before the race weekend began, Lauda gathered the other drivers and argued that the track had become far too dangerous for modern Formula One cars. He explained that the track was already dangerous enough, but with the added rain lashing down, it was too dangerous to race. Lauda proposed that the drivers boycott the race entirely, but when the drivers voted, the majority decided to race anyway. Lauda accepted the decision, but he later admitted he had a terrible feeling about what might happen. Little did he know that feeling was a warning for what was to come. On race day, the weather made everything worse. Parts of the track were dry, while others were soaked with rain. Drivers had to choose between wet tires or slick tires, knowing that one part of the track would always be wrong for their choice. After the formation lap, Lauda decided to switch from wet tires to slick tires and return to the track to start his race. Early in the race, Lauda approached a fast section of the circuit near Bergwerk. Because the track was wet and he had slick tires on, his Ferrari suddenly lost control and slammed violently into the barriers. The car bounced back onto the center of the track, and to top it all off, another driver crashed into it at a storming speed, even though he tried to brake. The Ferrari immediately erupted into flames, engulfing Lauda. He was trapped inside the burning car as fuel ignited around him. As he screamed in agony, other drivers stopped and ran into the fire to pull him from the wreckage. The marshals were too slow and unprepared. Among the drivers were Arturo Merzario and several others who risked their own safety to drag him out. Arturo ran into the fire without hesitation and attempted to undo Lauda's seatbelt. But because Lauda was struggling and resisting, it was impossible. But as Arturo later stated, it was only because Niki passed out from the intense pain that I was able to free him. And to this day, it still amazes me that I managed to carry a fully grown man on my own. This should have been impossible. Most people believed his racing career was finished, and at the hospital, a priest was called in to see him go. But just 6 weeks later, Lauda shocked the world by returning to Formula One at the 1976 Italian Grand Prix. His wounds were still healing and his helmet had to be modified to fit over the bandages covering his burns. Despite the pain and the danger, Lauda finished the race in 4th place, giving a strong message to the world that he wasn't done with motorsport. That same season, Lauda fought an intense championship battle with James Hunt, one of the most famous rivalries in motorsport history. Their battle later inspired the film Rush. But what people remember most about Niki Lauda is not just the championship fight. It's the courage of a driver who warned about danger, survived one of the worst crashes in Formula One history, and returned to race again just weeks later. Niki Lauda sadly passed away in 2019, but he will always be remembered as one of the toughest, most determined drivers of all time.